Shabbos friends, there you go. I've been doing this for a while. I can know when I can hear. I'm here, and you're here, and we're here. So beautiful to be davening with you all, to be praying with you all. The verb להתפלל is reflexive. It means to inner talk, to inner speak. And the work of tefillah, the work of prayer is to sing outwardly and also inwardly. I know that we're being cautious and safe, and feel so blessed that all of you have been adhering to those safety precautions that we have in place. And so we're so thrilled that you're here. We want you to feel a sense of safety in this space, a sense of being able to let go. So feel the back of your chair as you're sitting there. Feel the seat beneath you, and feel the history of all of our ancestors, our Jewish mothers and fathers, and our ancestors in every direction, in the earth beneath your feet and in the sky above your heads. Shabbat that is here as a gift for all of you, for all of us here tonight. So I hope that you're feeling that. We feel so gifted that you're here, and we wanted to say Shalom Aleichem, so maybe you say back, Aleichem Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem.
Aleichem Shalom.
I can hear you from here, Aunt Joni and Stephen, and all of you friends over here, Ramit. I'll say one more time to the Zumaverse. Shalom Aleichem, Robin and John. Aleichem Shalom. It's Shabbos to you, Jose and Karen, and to Bracha, to all of our friends, wherever you are. I invite you to sing with us in the Zumagog and the Zumaverse here in the synagogue and the Rumagog, as we welcome the angels of Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem on page 6 in your Sidurim. So blessed to be with my friend Ariel and my friend Miriam. My Ariel is the angel on my right, and Miriam is on the left. In front of me, all of you, Kihilael and Zumael. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharem, Malachi
Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Oachem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom. Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, So as we enter Shabbat, we enter Sukkot Shalom, the enveloping presence of Shabbat. And so we wish that not only Shabbat invites that presence, but that we also invite that presence now, a space of shleimut, of wholeness, of resting, and just a little bit of higalena, a little bit of revealing, just a moment when we can see fully the faces of others, the return of life without sometimes a sense of fear, and just a connection with Ufros Chavivi, a loving presence in this moment as we chant together on page 7 and 8 on the bottom of the page, Higalena. Lechu neranena.
Lechu neranena.
Page 9 and 10.
L'Adonai Naria Letzur Yisheinu Nekadma Fanav Betodah Bizmirot Naria Lo
Shana.
Bedor. Va'omar. To'el levavehem. Vehem lo yadu derachai. Asher nishbati ve'api. Im yehoun el menuchati.
So I invite you at this moment just to be seated and bring awareness to your body. If the energy raised by that nigun, by that beautiful melody, is still moving through you, notice that aliveness. And if you're comfortable and your eyes are closed and you'd like to bring to mind a memory, feel it, hear it, see it. A memory that brings immediately into your presence a sense of the holy as you understand that. A memory of the holy, of the sacred. And notice what happens to your body when you bring that memory into your own lived experience at this moment. Shabbat is our people's intentional and willful conjuring of memory. Each and every 7-day period, we remember Ma'aseh Breshit, that from nothing something can come, something can be born. Zochrei Kedushatecha. Those who are the rememberers, those who are the archivists of the holy. So if your eyes are comfortable being closed, you can keep them closed if you'd like to follow and sing with us, bringing more memory of the holy into your own presence. As we train the soul, the capacities of the soul to remember the holy and to bring it forth at will. And find these words. Yachid ge'eh le'amcha penei. Zochrei Kedushatecha on page 21 and 22.
יחיד גאה לעמך בני זוכר קדושתך יחיד גאה לעמך בני זוכר קדושתך
So I wonder tonight which doorways you have walked through this week. Which portals into presence and portals in general have you been finding yourself drawn towards? It might not look like a Zoom cube. It might look like a venturing out into the tiptoeing around the edge. It might be knocking on the door of despair again, or maybe walking through another door that says, hold on. The most important word in Friday night service is Dodi, beloved. Dodi. As in Dodi Li, my beloved is to me and I am to my beloved. And so we sing this song every Friday night, and I don't really know that it's a love ballad between the soul and our Creator. The soul says, can I celebrate tonight? And the tradition says, oh yeah. We can celebrate. It's Shabbat. And we've been through many Shabbats, many Shabbatot, in so many different places and in so many different ways. And the soul says, take me to the door. Take me to the place where I might welcome joy and welcome holding and love and compassion and goodness. I yearn for that, says Dodi, my beloved soul. And all of those souls here tonight, whether you're in our Rumagog or Zoomagog, wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, wherever the portal of presence is that you are peering through, may the beloved soul that is you find the way to the door.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך
דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Kaddish לקראת קלה,
פני שבת נקבלה.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיע לי אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד, שמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה.
ולך דודי לקראת קלה, שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לקראת שבת נכוון אלך, כי היא מקור הברכה, בראש מקדם נצורך, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. עוד מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט מעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
יצערים מעפר קומי, לבשיבי תפתח עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלכי, הלכה אל נפשי גאלה.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, ראשי ולא תקללי, מה תשתוכח אחי ומה תהני, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנסה עיר yalla 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 la 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 oh yalla 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 la 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 hay la la hay la 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 oh la la hay la la hay la 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 le kandoni le kakala Shabbat, Kabbalat, Shabbat, oh, me'ayir shisa, shosaye, ve'rakatu komen alayim,
יסיס עלייך לא הייך, כי צאוס חדרה גלה, חדרי לי כלכלה, יאללה יאללה, לשבת, לקבלה, לחדרי לי כלכלה, יאללה יאללה יאללה, לשבת, לקבלה.
ימין ושמאל, תבנו רוצי, ויד אדוני תעריצי, אל יגיש. Shabbat, right? Oh, boy, shalom, ateret balam, gam besimcha uvitzor halav, toch emunei am sekulam, boy, chala Shabbat, hambalka. Kandoni riklat kana yadala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela oh my kandoni riklat kana yadala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela lekandoni riklat kana yadala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavela. We invite you to remain standing. If you're able, we're going to pray for those in the community who need healing tonight. There are many names, and so you can find them and read them if you can on the screen in front of you as we chant these Hebrew words that mean, please God, heal them. We pray for healing tonight.
No
healing for all of those in our community. We pray, Mishaberach Avotenu Imotenu. ויברך וירפא את כל החולים, ועבור שכולנו מתפללים, ועד רפואתם ועד נשמתם. May their souls, may their bodies, and may their minds, and may their soul hearts have a full healing, and let us say, Amen. You may be seated, everyone. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Well, it's a robust gathering here tonight. It's really, for those of you who are in the Zoomagog, you might not notice, but there's like, I don't know, lots of folks here. We're so happy you're here. Plenty of room for everybody, and we hope that you're feeling held by this container that has been such a powerful source of sustenance and vitality for so many of us throughout the years. And so it's so good that you're here sitting in these spaces. And thank you as well to those of you who are in the Zoom room. We're going to take a moment to make a couple of announcements very briefly, and then our ritual every week where we ask those who are here for the first time to stand both here and also maybe write in, that's the equivalent of standing now, is writing into the chat that you're here for the first time. Of course, we have on-site services in Manhattan and Brooklyn that are happening for the high holidays. So we are well aware of the moving target that is the maximal amount of safety for our constituents, for our members, for those who walk through our doors. We take that extremely seriously. And we want everyone to know that where we currently stand at the moment, of course, is that all who will enter the precinct of Rome will have to be vaccinated, and no exceptions for that. And we also want you to know that we have no, and also everyone that will be masked as well during the services as well. We are also in constant conversation with those who are in our task force, the COVID task force, and as well as other communities around the country who are actually weighing in on this moment by moment to maximize safety. So that is our number one concern. It's also really clear to us that there are many members of our community, I don't know how many, but there are members of our community who, for whatever reasons, are not vaccinated. You know, it could be vaccine hesitancy, it could be ideological reasons, it could be health reasons, there could be so many reasons. And so we'd like you to know that our policy doesn't have any narrative attached to it. There's no rhetoric that is behind that. We're not here to say to anyone that we take there's no pleasure whatsoever. There's just pain in the current circumstance. Pain knowing that there are some members of our community who will not be able to be participating with us because of the vaccination. And so our hearts are with you, and we're communicating constantly and hoping that we can let you know how our process has unfolded and how much we care for every member of this community and anyone who walks through our doors. And so just rest assured that we'll continue to communicate with everyone as in the coming days and weeks as we make our way towards the unique second year of COVID high holidays. Elul elevations are moving along. We're at a great clip. For those of you who haven't seen some of the amazing contributions, I mean, there's some amazing contributions in our daily missives that center around the theme of trust, which is our theme for the high holidays and indeed for the entire year. So please avail yourselves of those on our social media account as well. Responses, whatever's up, Elul elevations. Submit names for loved ones has been extended from 8/20, which was today, to Tuesday 8/24 to August 24th. Please let us know if you'd like to include a loved one in our Book of Remembrance, our Yizkor booklet for the year 5782. Slichot will be August 28th, Saturday evening, August 28th, from 10 o'clock until 12, and the community kitchen at August 29th as well. So those two things go together, coming together to think about what we could do better, and then coming back together to cook meals for those in our community who are in need of meals. We have an incredible bat mitzvah tonight. She'll be saying Kaddish with us, and tomorrow morning we are so excited. Aliyah and her entire family to Batya, to the whole family, and all of those who will be zooming in, and those will be with us tomorrow morning to celebrate with you, Aliyah, and we're looking forward to that as well. And I think that's it for now. Anybody here for the first time? We'll start with here in the sanctuary, and then we'll make our way towards the Zoom. Any first timers here that would like to stand up and say hello, your name maybe, where you're from?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name's Ronnie. I moved here, Ronnie.
Ronnie?
And I recently moved here from New Orleans. I've been in the city for about a week. Yeah.
Welcome.
I'll tell you. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, okay, hi, welcome.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. I'm Jesse. I'm from Long Island originally, and I live around here.
Awesome.
Shabbat Shalom.
So good to have you here. We have Jeffrey's gonna run to this side. I know, folks, we're trying to get the camera moving around. We wish that, in the high-tech universe, I just want to say, in the new universe that we need like we're gonna have a drone camera in here. But right now, it's hard enough working multiple cameras, so sorry to those folks online who can't see the new members, those who are here with us for the first time, but we'll work on it. Yes?
Hi, my name is Alan. It's not exactly my first time. I used to live here in the neighborhood, and I was coming periodically, and then I moved away, and now I'm back in a slightly different neighborhood, but I still, for the last few weeks, I've been coming and also staying Kaddish. So thank you.
It's nice to have you, Alan. So you're in the neighborhood. Okay, good. Got it.
I'm on the west side, anyway.
Got it. Great. Welcome, Alan.
Close enough.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ben. I actually live in Oakland, and I'm just here visiting and very glad to be here for Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Ben. I mean, usually we'd say, how'd you get here? Was it like the shul Yelp? Is there a Yelp for shuls? But, hi.
Hi, my name is Josh. This is my wife, Rachel.
Is that Rachel Goldberg?
Hi.
That is Rachel Goldberg.
Oh my God.
This is Josh Goldberg.
And Josh Goldberg.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And we live in Brooklyn.
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 Shabbat Shalom.
So good to see. Look at that, 18 months. Let's see if some people are online with us. I'm excited. Let's see if there's anybody for the first time online. Okay. Aunt Joni said Karen Siegel is here from Great Neck. Thanks, Aunt Joni. It's good to have our people on the ground in Great Neck. Anybody else? Okay. We'll wait a second here. We got Susan Diamond and Steve Diamond from San Mateo. That's wonderful. And Susan says she was born in Oakland, so that message was for you, Ben. I'm just delivering that. Susan said she was born in Oakland. So I want you to know we're about to stand for, so I see some new folks that just spoke to today. Noam, Julie, Mira, and Romy. Nice. I think that's become quite common for people to have Romemu as part of their Shabbat dinner table. Like they sit around the table and they have a meal and they also are nourished on the soul level, so that's really beautiful.
Pretty different,
It's different than being young. It's different.
but really beautiful.
And really beautiful. and things have just been different.
Tasty.
18 months of different. 18 months of wanting to go back somewhere, but everything is pointing us forward. And I think when I think about where we are tonight and where we've been for a while, my mind goes to a midrash, a beautiful rabbinic legend that says that there was once a great rebel with a cause or without a cause. His name was Korach. And he came to raise up the voices of resistance and questions about like leadership and authority. And one of the questions that he asked, the Midrash imagines, is that he came to his cousin Moses and said, Moses, if there's a house that has books everywhere, holy books, right? Everywhere you look, there's a holy book. Does that house still need a mezuzah on the front door? It's kind of like an early version of Jewish koans, a riddle that's kind of like, what's he really asking, right? There's another part of that midrash that says that Korach said, if you have, the Torah commands that when you wear a four-cornered garment, you put these little tassels, these extenders on the corners, and they have to have a blue thread. And Korach said, well, what if the whole garment is made of blue thread? You still then need the other blue thread? And so it's a profound question, right? About when something is so overwhelmingly the same, how does difference happen? And is it possible? Is it needed? I'm thinking a lot about that because no matter what I do, I can't find myself yet in the high holiday spirit. I keep asking myself, why is it it's this year is manishtana, this year than any other year that I've ever had in my life? Certainly since I can remember. At this point, 2 weeks before the high holidays, I'm usually in absolute dread. I'm usually overwhelmed with phone calls that I have to make to people and thinking if this person and crying if this person's gonna make it. Like I'm just the whole 2 weeks before, the gates are open, I got 2 weeks, I gotta prepare, I'm finishing up a couple of books that I'm reading every year that I, the whole thing. And this year it doesn't feel like anything's changed. I'm just moving along. And I think it's that midrash. Like I keep thinking, it's that midrash. It's that legend. It's been a whole year of Yom Kippur. It's been 18 months of Yom Kippur. And it has that intensity, that longing for renewal, that longing for a promise that something new will happen, a promise that we can start again. And I think every week we wake up and say, like, okay, is it over? Can we come out now? Can we go back? Yeah, or we have a clean slate? Okay, great. Now we'll fix everything. Let's go fix the world. Let's go. Not yet. No, not yet. So I don't know about you. If you haven't yet registered for Romemu's High Holidays, maybe you're also feeling that way. If you don't know where you're going to be for the Chagim, maybe you're just going to trust that it's just like everything, right? You'll pivot and you'll figure it out. Maybe. But one thing I know more than I knew ever in my life at this point is that it's absolutely, profoundly a gift to be together in this space with you all and with the Zoom people and to sing our ancestors' songs. And I don't think I will ever take that for granted ever again. And so let's sing some more and bring in more Shabbat together as we rise for the Baruch Hu. You can find these words on page 31 and 32. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. And ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. hayayom barichu et Adonai haya hamevorah barichu Adonai hamevorah We praise you, source of all change. May we bless that which is impermanent. May we lift it, hold it gently. אלא חיה וקיימת, תמיד תמלוך עלינו, לעולם ואמן. ברוכה את שכינה המרהיבה עד אביב. אהבת עולם בית ישראל. יעבדך אל תשים ממנו לעולמי אהבו את אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך ויאהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה ושיננתם למלך ודיברת בה בשיטת בביתך ובדרך ובדרך ובשעריך ובקומך ובקשרת המלך. We continue in the second paragraph and the third paragraph. Im shomot yishmu al mitzvotav v'mishorach mitzametcha hayom li'ava et adoich. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת להם יעשו להם ציצית רק תגידים לתורתם ולכנסת. ותהייתי לכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אדוני אלוהיכם So we need a liberation song, and every night we sing our version of Won't You Help Me Sing this song of freedom, Mi Chamocha. ונאמר כי ודע אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל We pray for peace on page 30, Hashkivenu Adonai, on page 49, 50. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. We pray for peace and healing in Haiti tonight. For all of our brothers and sisters in the human family tonight who need a place to sleep, we pray for them tonight, God. Watch over them. We pray for our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan, that they be safe tonight. We pray for all of our brothers and sisters here in the city, that they be safe tonight. Watch over them. Protect them in your loving shelter of peace. Ufros aleinu tukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Haborei sugat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'al Yerushalayim. Please rise if you are able. Nishameru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם בעולם. השמיים ואת הארץ וביום אשר יהי שבת וינפש. חצי קדיש on page 51 and 52. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. אמן. Almani v'rachiru sevim nitmachusei v'chayechon yomechon v'chayechon beit Yisrael b'gala ובזמן כל ימירו יהי שמי רבה מבורך עולם מהמיה יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילם, כה ברכתה ושירתה, תוש ברכתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה וימרו. אמן. The Amidah can be found in page 56 in your Sidurim. There are a number of different options for silent reflection at this moment, or just silence your own words as we hold this prayer space together. We're going to keep singing in a second, but for a moment, just to touch base here with some Torah. Welcome to the Vat Mitzvah's family. Welcome. So good to have you here. Every single year, the Torah has us, immediately before the Chagim, right before the high holidays, we touch down with a portion that is full, a portion of the Torah that is full of commandments, full of more commandments than any other portion of the Torah. I want to highlight two of them, well, one commandment really, and then one scene. The Torah tells us that if you see the donkey or the ox here, if you see the ox of your friend and of your enemy rather, and it's by the side of the road, you have to bring it back. Lo tuchal hitalem. You're not allowed to ignore it. Hashev tishivem la'achicha. Make sure you bring it back. The fundamental sensibility of the Torah is that Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Bazeh Zeh Lazeh. Each and every one of us is responsible for one another. We're part of one large family. Even if we have multiple sub-communities within that family, we are all interwoven. We have responsibility one for the other. If I find something that belongs to you, I have to return it to you. And Torah says, Lo tuchal litalem. You are not able to ignore it. It's a very strange thing to say because you really could ignore it, couldn't you? And in fact, in an earlier part of the Torah where this particular law, this commandment, this lo ta'aseh, you're not allowed, this kind of don't do that, it doesn't say lo tuchal, it says al titalem. Don't ignore it. What's lo tuchal lihitalem? Why you're not able lihitalem? So, one of the great Kabbalists, one of the great mystics of our tradition, Rabbi Abraham Uzulai, said, because Adam, if you are really somebody who's feeling, Ubal korcho yitgalgel shuv leolam, a person came back, like if you did a mistake and you come back into a situation again in your life, the Torah says, Lo tuchal litalem, you can't ignore it without it doing damage. That ignoring the plight of someone else, acting as if what happens to another person, acting as if what is going on around us is not in us, is not possible. We think it's possible. We think we can inure ourselves from the plight of those who have things that we and only we can return to them, and that means all of us, because there are things each and every one of us alone can return to others. There's something that each and every one of us in our relationships and our communities, we think as if we're fine. We think as if it can go on this way and there isn't in any way, any damage. Like some of the theories going on now about the return of Broadway and live theater, like once we're without it, maybe we don't need it. Maybe the greatest danger right now in our sphere, as a friend of mine told me, is that we are becoming greater and greater because of urgency and because of necessity. We are becoming better and better at being alone, more efficient at being alone. We go through entire days where all of our interactions happen through the interface of a beautifully slick piece of glass. We get into a car, and then, as my friend said, we forget to give a tip to the Uber driver we've never spoken to, but it's in the phone. And 2 days later, we give them a tip without ever having exchanged a word. Lo tuchal litalem doesn't mean you can't ignore it. You can. But if you do ignore, the exchanges that happen each and every day, and the moments where something is called upon from us to be interacting with other human beings, there's a responsibility there, but there's maybe more importantly, there's a ontological truth. We need each other deeply. We return things to each other. We come and say, hey, can you give me back my soul, brother, sister, friend? Can you give me back my hope? I want to speak to you. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. I had a chance this past week to go on a camping trip for a day with my youngest son, and we went with a certain friend of mine and his young son. And as we left the camping grounds, we decided, because of my brilliant friend, to just take a spazier. For those who don't know that English word, it means we just went on a stroll in our car to just meet the folks who were in the camping grounds. It was a holy, holy moment. They gave me back something that I have been looking for. A sense of connection, a sense of story, a sense of body language, a sense of human fraternity and deep kinship. The Torah tells us, Ki tetzeh milchama, in the beginning of the parsha, the Torah will tell us when you go out to war, a very problematic part of the Torah portion, when you go out to war and you see a beautiful woman, those who don't know this part of the Torah, it's a very deeply troubling piece. It's called the Eshet Yifat Torah, this beautifully captive woman, a woman who's been taken hostage. It is a deeply painful piece just to read on the simple reading from our own moral values and where we are in our world. But as we have done for over a decade here in this shul and many other shuls, we read it the way the 13th century Zohar reads it, as an allegory about the soul and about the Shekhinah. The divine presence is taken captive, as it were. In the world, the divine presence is Vishavita Shevi. It's kind of, it's hidden, it's taken hostage, says the Zohar. And what's remarkable about this piece of Torah, as it comes right before the Chagim, is that we never stop to ask that the Torah describes this Isha Yifat Torah. You see a beautiful woman. Why does she have to be beautiful? In other words, why does the Shekhinah have to be beautiful here? And the Torah is not just telling you about an old story in this allegory, it's actually giving you a description on how to wage war against what the rabbis call the Yetzer Hara, that part of us that tends to see things in the world as mine versus yours, that tends to see the world through ego and competition and through walls as opposed to strength in living without them. And the Torah is telling us that we need to look for the beautiful that is held captive. We need to search out and seek it out and make it our business to celebrate that which is beautiful, that which is life-giving, life-affirming, in this allegory of the soul that needs beauty, it needs contact, it needs connection. Lo tuchali talem. We need to return things to one another, and we need to find beauty, now more than ever. So I want to lift up two brothers who have given me back something and who have given others many things in this community. And I want to tell them how beautiful they are because I want to practice what I preach. The first brother is the executive director of this community who is here with us tonight. In our community, we spend a lot of time thanking people, and that's because we value the importance of giving thanks. And I also want to thank you, Jeffrey, but I also want to say, more importantly for me, is that for me personally, we wouldn't be able to hold this community without you. Your leadership, your sensitivity, your diligence. I know there isn't a night that goes by during this pandemic where you haven't thought, first and foremost, about what this community needs in order to continue to do what it needs to do. I know that it's still happening. I know that even as I spoke to you today, you were on the way into the city and trying to, assimilate all of the information that you are gathering together so that you and the leadership team can make informed decisions on behalf of this community. I know that it is a labor of love. You would do this for free, even though, thankfully, you don't. That it was over a decade that you wanted, actually, this position. You saw it as part of your life's mission. There aren't many executive directors who say to themselves, this is my daemon. This is what I want to do. I want to run a spiritual community because all of my life has been leading to this moment. And you said that to us, and we didn't listen. And thankfully, for the last 3 years, and God willing, many more, you are somebody who returns to me and others over and over again all the time the things that should never be ignored and that only you alone can give. And you're beautiful. And the second brother is here tonight, and I hoped he was going to come. And he also is in the category of an executive director who has given his life for the sake of giving something to this community and to other communities. And so, together with Liz, who's also worked on so many levels for this community, behind the scenes, making the shul and making the center come back to life, Liz. Your home has been a home for many members of our community, and beyond that, the two of you, Nigel and Liz, have had a home that has been open to so many others in this community who have found nourishment in conversation, in your delicious food, in your hospitality, in your uniqueness, your absolutely unique nature, the two of you. And my brother Nigel will be leaving for Israel this Sunday, and getting on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. But you gave me this, as I left your house. And I'll wear this Manchester United mask with pride when I think of you in Yerushalayim. You have been a leader in the Jewish community in thinking about the crisis of climate change and the earth scorching, as Arthur Roscoe would say. You've been a leader in raising environmental issues. You have been a leader in ethical and spiritual principles involved in all consuming and kashrut. You have run the Isabella Friedman Retreat Center, where there have been literally thousands of people who've come and have had their souls returned to them, their Jewish soul, because you, lo tuchal litalem, you said, I can't ignore this. I have to bring this back. I have something to do. And so I wanted to thank you, too, for all of the time that we spent together here and beyond. And let you know that the beauty of who you are has not been lost on me and on my family and all of those in leadership here in this community. Your time on the Romemu board was absolutely priceless, and we will never forget your contributions. And so we thank you and we bless you that as you go forth into your next phase, that you will remember this community and remember all of us in Yerushalayim. I want to pray with all of you tonight that in the coming 2 weeks, as we make our way towards Rosh Hashanah, that we do the hard work of looking for the beautiful as often as possible. It's captive, but we can release it. And lastly, let's not forget, and let's remind ourselves over and over again of how inextricably interwoven all of us are with one another. And those small moments matter. Much is returned when we stop and don't ignore. Please rise. We lift up those in our community who are in mourning this evening. It's easier for me to go over here, so I'm going to go to this. We lift up tonight Albert Pastner, I'm going to go here. Eliza Pesha Batchana, Henry Bowman Backer, Jose Eduardo Ravello, and Heidi Kingsbury. We lift up tonight Stuart Fred Fight, David Winograd, Kimberly Hall, David Silverstein, Harriet Bloom, Shirley Siegel, Benjamin Wolf Talushkin, Beth Baldridge and Devorah Stahl, Lee Brox, Jean Foreman Shore, Ellsworth Levine and Erwin Bardesh, Mr. Elsie Pops Floyd, and Lynn Blacker. We remember tonight Shirley Gatzik and Grace Tenney, Denmark, Rabbi Raphael Goldstein, Magid Yitzhak Buxbaum, Brady Rifkin, Lorette Nierenberg and Perry Koski, Betty Levin, Seymour Borstein, Leslie Robert Axelrod, Charlotte Figman, Stuart Saville, Lily Zemet, and Julia Eisenberg, along with Shirley Marlowe. We remember Gretchen Jury, Michael Fricano Jr., Nancy Traeger, Rabbi Dr. Henry Dicker, Robert Gerald Cohen, Angela Lam Margolis, Everett Duchin, Bati Ariel Bat Avraham, Kathy Maddie, Elizabeth Deacon, Bertha Sutton, Naomi Kramer Stemp, Miriam Mimi Sternwolf, Hadassah Loeb, Roberta Lipperman, Alice Makaras, Andy Neiman, Pauline Dixon, Joel Winograd, and Henry Lee. We remember tonight Dr. Norman Crane and Solomon Marenberg, Joseph Rosenberg, Cecilia Romo, Jamie Grew, Judy Lando, Edelson, Bella Bat Yisrael, Aaron Ben Lipa Slutsky, Reverend Robert Grates, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs, Mark Evan Beitman, Anne-Marie Zangara Zati Munajat, Chaim Ben Lazar, and Susan F. Molly Javits. We remember tonight those who were in the chat area: Stel Tuckman, Larry Harlow Khan, Jude Vachon, Jonina Godwin Pitchman, Shai Zoderer, Danny Rohrbach, Shula Koenig, Sylvia Rivkin, Eric and Hamilton Dominguez. We remember all of those in this community here in the room who have loved ones they are remembering. We invite you to stand and say the name of a loved one. If anyone is here, saying the Mourner's Kaddish for Alan.
Mary Ann Weber Dubin.
Anyone else?
Connie Clifford and John Minio.
And Bubby Esther.
If it's your custom to stand for the mourners, please rise. At the conclusion of the Mourner's Kaddish, we'll invite everyone to rise, if it's not your custom yet to stand, but we're standing now in honor of those whose memories are being lifted up. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach chirusei v'yamlich machusei. B'chayichon v'yamichon u'v'chayid echol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kori v'imru. Amen.
Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei amaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitala shmei dekudsha brichu. Le'ilam min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'oma v'imiru.
Amen.
Yehi shlom rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imiru. Amen. V'aseh shalom b'mramav v'ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel. And let us say
Amen.
Please rise, everyone. Yehi zichram baruch. May their memory be a blessing. We invite you to find the words for Psalm 27 on page 199, 99 and 100, 99, 100. As we find the phrase, Achat sha'alti l'David Adonai ori v'ishi b'mi yira Adonai ma'oz chayai. Im takum alai milchama bezot ani boteach. Yeah.
I have a new melody for this. It's in progress, so wait for the high holidays.
Tachane alai machane.
Thank you.
תחנה עלי מחנה, לא יירא ליבי. אם תקום עלי מלחמה, בזאת אני בוטח, או בזאת אני בוטח, בזאת אני בוטח, בזאת אני בוטח. אם תקום עלי, אם תחנה עלי מחנה, לא יירא ליבי. אם תקום עלי מלחמה, בזאת אני בוטח, או בזאת אני בוטח, בזאת אני בוטח, או בזאת אני בוטח. אם תקום עלי, אם תחנה עלי מחנה, לא יירא ליבי. אם תקום עלי מלחמה, בזאת אני בוטח, או בזאת אני בוטח, בזאת אני בוטח, בזאת אני בוטח. אם תקומו עליי.
וואו. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני אותה אבקש. שאיפתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי לחזור בנום אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו. May we be blessed to be together in many more gatherings to remind ourselves of the sacred and of the treasured gift that we have been given through this sacred tradition. We have many people to thank tonight, so please look at the names on the screen. Into this cup of blessing, a big yasher koach to Miriam Rubin and Ariel Korman. A big yasher koach to Full Stack, to Tom and Cyrus. Thank you so much to Ari and Michaeli behind the scenes. To again, our on-site team, Jeff, Natalia, and Justin. And into this cup of blessing, of course, Leah. We'd like to invite up our Bat Mitzvah to do the Kiddush, as we also thank our entire team, the amazing Romemu staff that you can see on the screen. Come on down, we're gonna invite you to make Kiddush. I see Aunt Joni has her cup. Jack David has his cup. I think there's some Kiddush going on with Robin and with John. You can come forward, it's okay. Come on over. You ready?
יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם וישפוט אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי וקדש אותו מכל שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. צברי חבריים
לחיים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון חינכתנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית, הוא יום תחילה נקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, עם כל העמים, ושבת קודשך, ואהבה ורצון חצנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. היי, יאללה לה 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 שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, אמרו Shabbos Carol, Shabbos Carol, Shabbos Ariella, Shabbos Becca, Pearl, Shabbos Wendy, Shabbos Brocha, and Carol, Shabbos Nancy, Shabbos David, Shabbos Jonathan Fastberg. Love you, brother. Good Shabbos. Jose and Karen. Shalom aleinu. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos, everybody, good Shabbos. Imru, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.